We are in a all-new redesigned Best Buy, which is really cool. They're kind of getting rid of the kind of Magnolias now. They're going to these specialized 2-channel rooms. So guys, we're gonna give you a special look at some of these rooms right now. We got some KEF speakers on display. These are the LS50s, the Meta's very cool speakers here. Macintosh 275 there. So let's pop on in here and take a look. We do have a awesome B&W room over there, but we'll start here and check this out. This is pretty awesome in here. Gotta be careful so I don't get any copyright strikes here, so I gotta try to stay out of the music that's playing right now. But really cool here, and we got tons of Macintosh, tons of KEF in here. Got Martin Logan down there. Wow, we got a lot of selection here. You can really listen to everything here too, because they've got audio jacks in the wall. They can change out speakers. Let's listen to 2-channel stuff here. So that is really cool what they're doing here. Oh, we got Arcam here too. That's pretty neat. There is a lot of stuff here. I don't really pay attention to Best Buy too much. They're always changing stuff around here and there, doing a lot of crazy stuff with what they do. And it's hard to always keep up with everything that's happening with a number of these brands. Let's see what we've got going on in the B&W room here. All right, we got some awesome stuff here. A lot of, I think we got some 800 series here. A lot of Macintosh Class, I didn't like Class A here. That's pretty neat. In the back here, we've got more KEF all in the back here. Martin Logan subs. Is that Michi down here? Wow, we actually have a Michi down here. That's pretty neat. And Audio Quest, of course. Now there's some mixed feelings on Audio Quest with, is it too expensive? Is it actually pretty awesome stuff? And of course, a lot of the Martin Logan stuff is still here. I remember seeing this stuff as a kid in Best Buy, and it's kind of crazy how they've still kind of kept a lot of the same speakers they make, a lot of the same stuff here too. Love that Macintosh Glow, of course. We've got a lot of that going on. And yeah, that looks awesome. What kind of turntable do we got up here? Project. I'm a big Project dealer myself and absolutely love their tables. Their line can be a little confusing in my opinion, but they've got a very nice, hit all the price points in their models. It's just an absolutely incredible how well of a job they do on that. And they do some really amazing stuff with that. But guys, let me take you to the rest of the store and show you what else is going on here. They've really done a massive increase on this store and really done a ton of new stuff here. All right, we got premium cables. This section's kind of always existed in the past. Of course, it's Audio Quest, everything here. I'm not an Audio Quest dealer anymore. I mostly sell Tributaries now. They're based out of Orlando. If you know Joe Perfido, he's the owner, really cool guy. And that's kind of what I sell now for when I do a lot of my installs. But we got some new stuff here. They got the Thunderbird 48s here. We got the Vodka 48s. Power Quest 3, that's cool. I've not seen one of those yet. $400 though, yikes. Pretty pricey there. My opinion on Audio Quest, guys, is I like a lot of their entry-level stuff is pretty good, but as you get into the higher level stuff, it really becomes a diminishing return there, in my opinion. And I've kind of just been like, it's okay, it's just what it is. But definitely, I think in cables, get good quality cables, guys. Kind of my opinion on that. If you got good quality cables, you got no weak points in your system, that's what you want to go for. And always love these new KEFs here. Really nice speakers. That is such an awesome design. Look at that fabric on the side there too. That is awesome. Let me get you a nice detail shot there, that fabric. That is really unique. I've never really seen too many speakers with fabric on the sides instead of a finish, but I do like that. It's really neat. And of course, we've got some B&Ws over here. Another Project turntable. I think that's in walnut there, which looks like a really cool finish on there. They do need to clean those covers. They are a little bit dirty there. And got something Sennheiser here. I don't know what that is. Like some type of stand for Sennheiser. Oh my goodness, some of the room correction software here. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Room correction here for some of the larger. I actually got to do a review of this for another company that I used to work for. The Amiibo soundbars are pretty cool. Big, chunky, I will say that. They're definitely not small soundbars by any means. But I love the sound of this thing. When they say, it does Atmos, I'm kind of like, I thought it sounded really good. Is it a true Atmos system? Absolutely not. But does it get you pretty close? Yes, it does. For $2,000, you can't touch an Atmos system for $2,000. Can you get pretty close for $2,000? You can. So I will say that. If you got a smaller apartment, something smaller, you want to try to get Atmos, you don't want to spend a ton of money, that's kind of the way to go. But don't think that you're actually getting a true Atmos system by any means. It's definitely not, does not sound the same. Pair with a nice subwoofer though, and you're gonna have actually a pretty sweet sounding system in my opinion. Of course, we got some new Sonos here. I do sell a lot of Sonos myself. you gotta kind of keep Sonos in place. I tell this to all my clients. I like to say, Sonos is a great solution audio product. It works really well. It's just, you turn it on, it's good to go every single time you turn it on. No, it's not the best selling stuff out there, but it's simple, easy to use sound, and that's the reason why they sell just a crap ton of Sonos all the time, is it just works. And there's people that listen to audio, there's people that want really good audio, and there's people that just want really good audio that just works. So there you go. You got kind of those two groups there, and Sonos really just hits that first group really well. People who want audio that just works. No setup, no tuning. Turn on, you're good to go. Check out these new clips here. We got this light finish on this thing, and then is that orange? Oh wow, yeah. The actual grill on the inside is orange. That's a magnetic grill there. White plinths, white face here. Really cool, honestly. And of course, they're showing off the whole system here, all in just like a section on a shelf. So of course, these would be your surrounds, or they could be your fronts. You want to buy the big tower speakers. Pretty cool over design here. I do like that look. That kind of orange accent on the side with that white and light grain. Looks pretty cool. All right, let's check out some OLED QD mini LED. We got a lot of the other stuff happening here. When it comes to TV, guys, I'm not really a video guy myself. Yeah, I like a good picture, of course. I do a lot of projector, stuff and that stuff around Orlando. But when it comes to TVs, I like OLED a lot. I think it's going to be, it's kind of the successor to plasma in a way. Very real colors, incredibly deep blacks. We get all like the LG, the QNED. We got, OLED Evo. I need to look into more of that. QD, mini, to me, just go OLED. I'm just so sick of all these crazy terms they throw into this stuff. Looking at the TVs here, I'm looking at TCL here. I'm looking at, I think Samsung's over here. Honestly, OLED looks the best here. If I walk through the store in just a couple minutes, what do I think looks the best? Right off the bat, OLED right there. No question in my mind. Yeah, there's other stuff here. There's plenty of other technologies here, Like, in person right now, this doesn't even look that great. It's kind of a bit, the blacks in here don't really look that good. This color looks actually pretty good in here. I don't really see any ghosting or anything unusual in this picture right now. But, if this was on OLED, those colors would just be popping right off the screen. Yeah, if I go right here, looking at this screen here, this looks significantly more vibrant. The colors seem real. Right there, even like the blacks right now, there's no ghosting there. Everything looks really, really clean, really realistic. The difference between OLED and everything else is just OLED is on top, in my opinion. I know there's tons of technology out there that are always trying to, go somewhere with it. But at the end of the day, guys, it's just a lot of marketing stuff that's always happening all the time. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. And if a client asks me, hey, what's the best TV out there? I'll always just say, go OLED if you want the best. And if you don't, just find a good deal on something that's really big, what you want to do. And there you go. But, video is really not my thing. And it's just, there's lots of technologies out there for video. So that's kind of where we're at here. Mounts. So I've used Sanus for quite a bit. But if you want to know, my secret now is I just buy whatever the best deal is on Amazon for mounts. And that's been about it. They've definitely improved quite a bit. The cheap Amazon mounts are doing really, really well. And there's all this, extra stuff on these Sanus mounts that I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of these offset brackets here. I know they do it because it's easier to get the screw in, but it just adds so much extra complexity to these mounts. It makes, when you got to calculate out, where the TV's going, all the adjustments, it just makes it so complex there that I'm just like, I like the simpler, cheaper mounts because it's just easier to put those on the wall. And, this stuff is fine. We get these, these crazier full motion mounts. That's cool. Like that is a nice double arm mount there. That that's incredibly smooth. That is a really nice mount there. Now, if you put a TV on that weighs 80 pounds, that'll change that smoothness probably just a little bit. So that does change things quite a bit. Especially when you have plasma on some of these mounts, man, that changes it a lot. Those things get really heavy. They really tighten up all those, joints on that mount there, and it gets tough to move. But that thing's pretty smooth there. What else we have here? Rocket Fish is here as well, too. But, man, these mount prices are just crazy high. I mean, look at this 42 to 90-inch TV, 150 pounds. And, come on, 4D. Okay, let's chill out here, Sanus here. But this is just a standard, it got extend, tilt, swivel. Cool. Always like the extend on those mounts. You got to access the back of the TV. That's nice to have, but $129. I could get something similar for this on Amazon for like 60. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of just my thing when it comes to these. And what is this whole frame thing? I don't always have that much space on a wall, put something like that on there. So you got a 42-inch TV. Is that going to be visible behind a 42-inch TV? Yeah, I like the smallest footprint I can get behind a mount. And there we go. I want simple, small, but yet holds a lot of weight. Give me that, This thing is definitely, I can install this if a client buys this, but it's not my thing there. So, got my 2 cents on that. All right, Roku versus Fire TV. If you guys are wondering, I'm a big fan of Roku myself. I've had both. I've just seen Fire TV to have more hardware issues than Roku. That's about it. I will say they're very neck and neck with a lot of things. And honestly, it's kind of the smallest little details now are going to kind of get to them. So if Roku comes out with something else that makes their hardware not as reliable, but Fire TV comes out with something more reliable, I'll flip back over to Fire TV. I just don't like replacing those little sticks all the time. That's what I was doing with Fire TV. I was buying like a new one like every 2 or 3 months. If one would fail on a TV in my house, buy a new one. I got sick of it. Like, let's try out Roku, and we replace them like maybe one a year at this point. So it's a lot nicer there to not have to swap them out so much there. But here's our cheaper TVs here. At the end of the day, you gotta be careful. Like, some of these have like the brightness cranked up. Hard to tell, on a camera right now, but this one's the brightest here out of all of them, from what I can tell. And I don't know, they all kind of look about the same. This one looks probably the best out of all of them here. I'm looking at them, just kind of the sharpness of it. But again, it's hard to actually say that, because if that one has the brightness cranked up, or this one has the brightness cranked up, this one's got, the sharpness cranked up. There's a lot of variables here. Am I seeing these TVs as all exactly set up the same? Nope. And that's definitely not the case. Some of them have all these, little tweaks done to them, and one can look nicer, but you get it home, it won't look the same if you don't actually have the same amount of tweaks on there. So let's always be careful of there. Well, all right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Of course, always new technology coming out, always new stuff coming out here. And of course, this is the new Best Buy. It looks super sweet now. And just, love walking through here, checking out what's new. So, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. And don't forget to check out hometheaterreview.com. Stay safe out there.